Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 2, Episode 22 of Vinland Saga, which is called The King of Rebellion. How are these last 3 episodes going to end, man? That's the big question right now, and I've got some ideas, but at the same time, I've talked about it already, I think, in the last episode. This show is actually really unpredictable when it comes to all the small moments and seeing exactly how things play out. I mean, honestly, I haven't even really thought it through, though, I will say, so maybe I should do some thinking on the spot now, but like, presuming or assuming that season 3 takes us somewhere beyond again, right? Which is what I imagine. We're going to be going on that trip to Vinland or whatever, right? I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to be coming across a different continent or I don't know, country in the meantime or something like that. But I think Farmland Saga is going to be over after season 2. That's what I will say. But yeah, the question then does remain, like, who gets to live, basically, right? And who gets to move on, and what will it mean for other characters? I thought about it already back in season 1, with like, how will Canute still actually get to play a role, in the second season? And it turned out they did have a way to basically bring him back. But the question does remain, if we're going to basically go beyond England and Denmark and whatever, right? In season 3, it's like, okay, when or how can he then actually still get to play a role? Unless he comes along once again, which would actually be fascinating. Maybe that's something that could possibly happen. Or this is just basically going to be the last time we'll be dealing with Canute. But yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know, right? That's the other question, is like, who is actually coming along? If Thorfinn ends up surviving, which... I will say chances for that are looking more and more slim with the way last episode ended. Jesus Christ. I really don't understand, what he's going to do now, letting himself be punched 100 times. I mean, he said there's a trick to getting punched or whatever, right? So I don't know what he means by that, but I talked about it, I think, last episode. We've seen him, of course, get slashed with swords a bunch of times, and he just allowed it to happen. So... if he could stand that, he can probably stand these 100 punches, but still, I don't know, I'd have to imagine that something will come in the middle there to stop that from happening much further. Maybe he'll get punched a couple of times, but then either Canute is going to take notice of what's happening, and maybe he turns around and does, like, maybe hearing that Thorfinn allowed himself to get punched 100 times or something changes his mind. It could also, of course, be Olmar, who, obviously was willing to surrender, and he was going to be walking towards Canute here to do so, it seemed. So that could somehow, I mean, I don't know how that would put a stop to the fight itself, though, because it's kind of something separate, right? But maybe Olmar sees the fight happening and like, well, I don't see him getting in the middle of it, but still, he's going to make a comment, and something is, I don't know, like something is going to happen there to stop it from happening, basically. But... once again, and this kind of just brings me back to what I talked about in the beginning, this show is unpredictable, and I'm trying my very best to sort of come up with, like, what's going to happen next, but, you just can't. I mean, yeah, like, I can only imagine that at the end of this season, Thorfinn, Einar, and Leif are gonna be getting on that ship finally, right? Along with, Discount Thorfinn, and so maybe some other guys, that's a question. Could Kettle still come along? I mean, yeah, Sverkel's probably still going to die, I would think. Or, I don't know, I mean, maybe we're just going to leave him and it's kind of up in the air when he's going to eventually die. But obviously he doesn't have much longer to live. How are they going to end the storylines for so many of these characters? Because they introduced quite a cast to us. And knowing that after the season we're going somewhere beyond, like I said, I can only imagine that most of them will be saying goodbye to. But the question is, what's that going to look like? Guys, I've done plenty of talking, I think. We're just going to dive into the episode at hand. And of course, if you enjoy my reactions to Vinland Saga and you are watching these on YouTube, you can actually watch me finish the show, or season 2, I should say, straight away over on my Patreon page, which will be linked on top of the description. Over there, we're going to have the last 2 episodes up for you to watch right now. So go and do that. Your support is very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. Full-length reactions will be up there too. And then for now, let's dive into episode 22 of season 2 of Vinland Saga. Oh, shit. Yep, that's Thorfinn, alright. Oh, man. 16. Already. Oh my god, going with the double punch. I don't really see Thorfinn applying any kind of trick here, though. Unless he has some supernatural skin hardening technique or something that he's making use of, but I don't see that happening. Oh. Well, it's like he flows with the punches or something. I don't know how to put it. Right. Kind of limiting the impact, I guess. Makes sense. Ah. It's like he's a professional actor or something. Stunt actor. I mean... Well, I don't think you'll really find similar situations like this much, though, where they're gonna be taking bets to hit you. But yeah, obviously he does want to resort from violence as much as possible. We've talked about that plenty of times. Okay, they are gonna come in the middle of it, aren't they? Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have to take the full 100. Oh, dude, did he just get caught off guard and that, like, now he took a real one? Yeah, he could feel it too. Oh, bear killer. Damn. Oh my god. Yo. Thorfinn's ambition. Yeah, he was trying to negotiate for you. Man. Yeah. Keeping that in mind, it was actually a little ridiculous that Thorfinn was doing this right here. It was completely in vain. They were already ready to, like, yeah, okay. Oh man. Yo, you already know Olmar and Snake have never respected Thorfinn as much as now. It's still going on. They're not even really cheering about it anymore. It's like they're all starting to realize how stupid it is. 98, damn. Yo. The guy is more exhausted than Thorfinn is. He couldn't even land the 100th punch anymore. Wow. Yeah. Thorfinn just made him look completely silly. You gotta love it. Wow. Man, dude, look at those wounds. His nose is completely swollen and his eye. Called him a true warrior. You gotta love it.
だが、なぜ殴り返さないのだ。ドロットを倒せば、元この枝というお前の実力の証明になるだろうに。
Yeah, like why are you even bothering, dude?
和平交渉の相手をぶん殴ってりゃ世話ねえぜ。あんた方とは今日会ったばかりだ。お互いのことは何も知らねえ。何の恨みもねえ。なんで俺たちが殴り合わなきゃいけねえんだ。バカバカしい。いがみ合ってるのはクヌートとケティルじゃねえかよ。親玉二人でネファタフルでもやって。
What even is that? Some kind of board game or? You have no enemies. Man, dude, how far we've come. Oh my god. It's like everything is full circle. Yep. I mean, you know, them already calling him a true warrior. That was the real sign right there. Oh, bring him along. Awesome. The man who starts wars. I don't know. I mean, it'll take, yeah, as much as it sucks to say after this fantastic build-up, but it'll take something more to really convince Canute, though, I think. I don't think they're really gonna talk him out of his mindset that easily. All the corpses. I was gonna say, he's not actually dead, right? We don't know for sure, I guess. Oh shit. Yeah, you're gonna turn that head, Canute? Oh, still thinking about that dagger, huh? Okay. Wow. Oh, you gotta love how much they're taking that time. Look at this, man. Eye to eye.
久しいな、トルフィン。お顔の傷、申し訳ありませんでした。
Oh, he wasn't even aware of that. Right. Right. That's what they called him. Carl Sefni. Man, even Anal was... Yeah, dude, he never told him about this shit. I forgot all about that.
確かに世の知るトルフィンのようだな。4年か。もう、あれから4年になるのだな。
Man, all the memories.
人を変えるには十分な年月だ。
Yeah, clearly. Look at yourself.
クヌート、農場から手を引いて。できんな。事の発端はケティル側にある。ケティルの子オルマルが重視になれぬのを恨み、 我が配下10名を殺害したのだ。聞いている。だがもう十分だろう。農場側は100人以上死んでいる。さればこそケティル一族の処分が済むまで戦は終わらぬ。
そりゃつまりこの農場を手に入れるまでってことだろ。
Yeah, like I said, it was gonna need some more convincing argument.
その辺のバイキングの親玉と
Wow.
何が違うってんだ。ああ、そんなに畑が欲しければ自分で作ってみやがれ。
Grow your own crops.
土を耕して
Yeah, 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 yeah.
育ててみろよ。
What are we looking
そう
at?
すりゃ
Okay, just him doing work.
どれだけ悪いことか。
Yeah, it reminded me of like the speeches he gave very early on in the season, how much he admired the work and, you know.
クヌート、お前は昔ゲインズバラで言ったよな。この地上に楽土を作る。生き苦しむ者たちのための理想郷を。まだそう思っているか。
He's not gonna invite him to join him in building his utopia, is he?
親玉か。いかにも世はバイキングの親玉中の親玉だ。よこそは帝王。
Damn.
北海最強のバイキングである。
He's become what he hated.
北欧最大の半島を滑る支配者。千の船、万の兵を率い
Dude, these shots, man. Oh my
不
god.
可能を可能にする。見よ、
Wow.
世の力であの波を沈めてみせよ。
No, you. What are you talking about? Who do you think you are? He really thinks he's become Jesus Christ himself.
クヌートの名において波よ、沈まれ。
Dude, you're about to be put in your place here. You're not making that happen. There we go. Reality fucking check.
あの波を起こしている者が誰か知っているか。
God.
神だ。
Yeah.
この地上に楽土を築くということは、奴に定
Mmm.
めた条理に逆らうということ。神への反逆だ。
That is actually a fair point.
奴の定めに従っていては、人間は幸福になれぬ。我らに楽園に住む資格があると思うか。だが、それこそ人間だ。
Wow, dude.
罪を犯し、迷い続ける人間の姿そのものなのだ。
What is this like? Honest? Yeah, I mean,
この者たちを救わねば、楽土建設など到底かなわぬ。
バイキングを
how are you saving them then, though? How does those like? I'm trying to understand his mindset as best as I can.
行使、その力を束ね、楽土へ向かわせることができる者は、世を置いて他にはおらぬ。力が必要だ。
How will they get to paradise, though?
力を束ね、神と戦うのだ。
I'm not sure if I'm following.
すごい
Not gonna lie,
クヌート。
but it is one hell of a speech.
思いつきもしなかった。バイキングを救うなんて。
倒すぞこの野郎。てめえがどんなでかいことやろうがてめえの勝手だ。だがそのために今日てめえに殺される人間は誰が救うんだ。楽土建設が効いて呆れるぜ。俺はエセルレッド王に村を焼かれ、スベン王に家族を殺された。
Wow.
奴らにどんな理想があったかなんて知ったこっちゃねえ。もう真っ平だ。これ以上お前らの犠牲になってたまるかよ。
恨むなら恨め。そなたに許されようとは思わぬ。
だとこの
Dude, he's a wow. Yeah, he was charging right in. So what's Thorfinn gonna figure now? Yeah. Oh my god. Sending the... Wow, dude. It's like wave 2 starts now. Oh, okay, we're just surrounding you two first. I'm guessing because when they continue to attack, they'll be their first victims now. Depending on the choice they make. Oh my god, what an episode, man. 2 more to go. Alright guys, well don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course you can watch the last 2 episodes straight away on Patreon, which will be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. Holy shit guys, what an episode. I mean, this really felt like the entire storyline coming full circle. Like this was the episode we've been waiting on all this time. Thorfinn actually... you know what I love the absolute most about it? Is that Thorfinn himself wasn't the one who basically shared that he had now taken over Thor's mindset. It was other people recognizing it in him. You get what I'm saying? Like, first it was the other guy who said, "You are a true warrior." So, like, that guy proved that Thorfinn had now become Thor's. And that's what I found the most fantastic thing. It wasn't something like, oh, let me just announce it myself now that I'm the new Thor's and, you know, I have no enemies, this and that, which of course Thorfinn ended up doing afterwards. But first there was the other guy who acknowledged it already. And so it made that moment feel all the more earned for Thorfinn to then say, like, I don't have any enemies whatsoever, right? And he started repeating that same kind of rhetoric. And yeah, such fantastic lines overall in the episode. The way that Thorfinn also says, like, how can I negotiate for peace here while actually beating people up or whatever, you know, he said, right? Or killing people, wounding them. It was all so well done. I love how, you know, in that fight that he has with the bear killer, he ends up taking those full 100 punches, right? And we figure out that, like, the technique that he's actually applying is, like, yeah, basically very swiftly sort of dodging the moves, right? When they go for him, right? He's, like, purposefully trying to lessen the impact, I guess, of the punches, which makes a lot of sense, of course. But yeah, it is, if we're being completely fair, it is the only way you could actually be punched 100 times and, yeah, somehow still be standing, I guess, at the end of it all, right? Because if you were actually taking those the full way, especially by a guy as big as this, realistically, that would just be completely impossible. But I love how in the end he made that guy feel stupid for it. You know, the guy was entirely exhausted, and even the men weren't cheering him on anymore or something, right? I think they all started to realize that they kind of all looked a little bit silly. You know, and that's, of course, the whole point of it. Like, Thorfinn talks about this too, I think, where he says, basically, you didn't even consider, like, a non-violent solution or whatever. You just went, you just basically went straight for your swords or whatever. You know, that's the first inclination that you have, the first thing that you grab for. And so all of that, you know, all of the lines just hit me in an extra way, I feel. And yeah, like, I will say that then the final confrontation with Canute, man, I mean, it is technically everything that, of course, we've been waiting on and stuff, but it is certainly a little disheartening to see what Canute has turned into. And I'm trying to make sense of his mindset in the best way I possibly can, but I do find it very difficult. So, because Canute basically says that, like, you know, we can't create a utopia on Earth because then we would basically be defying the logic of God or whatever, right? That makes sense, I guess. You know, that he figures, like, God never maybe intended for for Earth to be a peaceful place or something, I guess, right? Like, it's supposed to be heaven afterwards that becomes the peaceful place. But I still don't understand what he means by, like, okay, so it is my job to collect all these Vikings here, basically, these men abandoned by God and whatever, and then, yeah, having them fight for me and stuff, and you know, like, I don't know. I mean, I again, it's hard to try and exactly figure out where Canute is coming from here and what his end goal is trying to be. Now he's still trying to basically achieve domination, but how does he figure that, like, that's the thing that will ultimately bring him to heaven though afterwards, because I don't think that's really what God intends either. You get what I'm saying? Like, sure, it might be right to say that like Earth is not supposed to be a utopia, but I don't think Earth is supposed to be living hell either. You get what I'm saying? So it feels like that's what Canute is trying to turn it into, right? So I'm still trying to kind of understand that angle, because I always try to understand. I mean, it's clear that like Canute is not really a character you should be rooting for at this point anymore, right? And kind of sucks because you sort of did back in season 1 when he was still that, honestly, that kind of loser, basically like Olma. Then he had that change of mind or whatever, right? And it's like, oh man, look at Canute, look at him growing and stuff, you know? I mean, he was never the most likable of characters, I will say, before and after the transition. To me, I just honestly didn't care much for him before his transition, and afterwards, I still didn't care much for him, I think, but not in the same way as I did, you know, people like Thorfinn and even Askeladd in a weird, twisted way, of course, right? But I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore right now when it comes to this. But yeah, like, I mean, it's clear that Canute cannot be stopped. And it's already what I talked about during the episode before that conversation took place. Like, yeah, as fantastic as this build-up was, Thorfinn, you're not really, I think, going to be achieving anything here. And he didn't. So the question is, what choice do Thorfinn and Einar make now, right? I will say that I loved Einar stepping up once again there too, giving Canute the truth straight up, you know, no fear in his eyes whatsoever. Fantastic. Yeah, this episode in general, guys, I mean, it's everything, like I said, that we've been building up to, everything that I've wanted from it. I absolutely loved it. I mean, yeah, these last 2 episodes, where are they going to go? That's the big question, you know, like, I really don't know. I really don't know. And I'm just going to let myself be surprised. For now, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction and review to episode 22 of season 2 of Vinland Saga. If you did, of course, and you're watching these on YouTube, you can watch me react to the last 2 episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which will be linked on top of the description. Over there, we're already going to be done with season 2, so go and check it out. And then for now, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.